Hello and welcome to all of our CityBiz viewers today. I'm pleased to welcome Meghan Holmes. Meghan is the co-founder and chief operating officer at Advyzon Investment Management. And Meghan, you have a long and impressive track record working within the financial services industry. And so I'm hoping that you could start us off by talking about some of your achievements. What are you most proud of?
Well, first off, thanks for having me on the show, Marie, and thank you for that introduction. So I would say that the theme of my journey is really about challenging myself and pivoting when I realized that I'm ready to head in a new direction. So for me, that's been scary, but looking back, I can see that that's when I've experienced the most growth, and that's really what I'm proudest of. So as far as my background goes, I've spent the last 17 years in the financial services industry and really focused on the registered investment advisor or RIA space. Uh, I started my career in an advisor and training program with an independent financial services firm at a branch here in Phoenix, Arizona, where I really got my feet wet in the industry, learning the industry. So my undergraduate degree was in retailing and consumer sciences, not finance or financial planning. So this was all new to me. I obtained my licenses, started working with clients under a senior financial advisor, and it was my job to bring in clients and grow my own book of business. I was 22 years old. No experience, no local network, at least with assets. And having grown up in California, moved to Tucson, Arizona for college, and just relocated to Phoenix for this job. A big part of my job was really networking and cold calling. Networking was fine, but I hated cold calling. So I remember the stress and anxiety that I would feel making the calls and the relief that I would feel when no one would answer the phone. And I realized that was the exact opposite of what I needed to have happen for me to grow my practice. So I came to the realization that while I like the industry, that just wasn't the right fit for me. I wanted to take a different path without having that pressure of building my own book. So in 2008, I joined Charles Schwab and Company, devoted the next 14 years of my career to the independent advisor custody space. I worked in service and operations, transition services roles, and different sales and relationship management capacities. And before moving to my current role, I was actually working on Schwab's enterprise sales team that supported some of the largest RIAs in the industry. And that role is one that was one of those challenges that I took on. So prior to that, I was working in a sales relationship management role with advisors in Schwab's smaller advisor segment. I enjoyed it, but they had two roles that opened up for the next RM position hire. So one that was a regional position, tried and true role, 5-state territory, proven track record. The other was a brand new RM role. So both were really same grade level, same pay, but the new role would be one individual covering the whole country and working with advisors that were affiliated with a select few very large enterprise firms. So this would take me from working with some of the smaller firms that Schwab supported to some of the largest firms in the whole industry in a role that hadn't existed before. And depending on how it went, it might not exist for long. So I have to say, though, that was one of the best decisions that I made because it really put me on this path. I grew so much. I worked closely with some of the best talent in the industry that supported these 10, 20, $100 billion firms. And I got exposed to how these extremely successful businesses were ran and also how things were being done at the affiliated advisor level. So when I left that team, it had grown from 1 to 7 people. And fast forward to early 2022, right after I had finished my MBA in my free time, a senior position opened up on that enterprise sales team when a colleague of mine, Lee Andrietta, left the team to start a new TAMP that was affiliated with the comprehensive technology platform Advyzon. I reached out to Lee. I wanted to discuss his experience in that senior role. I was applying for the role and I wanted to be as prepared as I could possibly be and get any insight that he had. So I went into that discussion with Lee with my mindset on that senior position. I instead left more excited about what Lee was doing than the path that I was on. So I couldn't stop thinking about it. I called him a couple days later and asked if he'd consider me for the COO position. So complete pivot from the direction that I was headed at the time. But with my experience working in sales and operational roles across all different types of advisor businesses and really my passion for everything that's focused on operations and execution, I knew in my heart that it was something that I had to put myself out there for. So I was really nervous how he'd respond. Thankfully, he was more than happy to consider me and started me through the interview process. So within, 1.5 or 2 weeks, I was actually offered the opportunity to join Lee along with Brian Huckstep as one of the co-founders and the chief operating officer of Advyzon's new TAMP, Advyzon Investment Management, which we refer to as AIM. So I joined them in February 2022 when we launched the TAMP, and now we've been up and running for 2.5 years now. And I can speak for not only myself, but my team that we're just really proud of what we've created and partnership with our parent company, Advyzon, and excited to be able to help more advisors and their end clients through the solutions that we provide.
So you used a couple of abbreviations there. I'm just going to tell our viewers who may not be in our industry what they stand for, just in case you didn't catch that. RIA stands for Registered Investment Advisor, and TAMP, TAMP, stands for Turnkey Asset Management Platform. So this is the vernacular that you and I use all the time, right, Meghan? And it just rolls right off our tongue. But for some of our City Biz viewers, we're helping to educate them about independent advisors and how all of this gets done through independent advisors to better serve the end clients. But one of the things that I wanted to delve into with you today is about this term, digital transformation. I remember when I started back way, 30 years ago, there was not a lot of digital, but we've grown through the years and now digital is everywhere. We have so much computing power in the palms of our hands. So let's talk a little bit about that term, digital transformation, and why it's important for independent business owners, especially independent financial advisors, to understand and to embrace.
Yeah, definitely. So when Apple first introduced the iPhone, it was met with anticipation and skepticism. So a large flat screen, it had one button, tons of functionality. It was both exciting, but also wildly different from what consumers were used to seeing. With a hefty price tag, a full touchscreen, it really required consumers to rethink the cell phone. And although the operating system was complex, the phone was really not complex to use. It was actually only a few pages as far as the instructions went. So fast forward to today, and it's abundantly clear that the iPhone has transformed how we communicate and access information forever. Similarly, as the wealth management industry has continued to undergo significant digital transformation, the integration of new technology is playing a pivotal role in reshaping how advisors operate. Firms that are embracing digital technology are reporting significant improvements in their client satisfaction, their operational efficiency, and their business growth. So, by adopting innovative technologies, wealth management firms can really position themselves as leaders in this really competitive market and attract more of the right fit or ideal clients and achieve more sustainable growth. But one of the questions that tends to come up is this: is it really possible for advisors to scale and grow without adding complexities and do it all while they're deepening client relationships?
That's such an important question. Let's dig into that a little bit more. Is it possible to grow without adding complexity and deepen client relationships at the same time?
Yes, we're experiencing a rapid evolution that's driven by technological advancements. And these changes are not just about adopting new tools, but really about fundamentally rethinking how we're interacting with our clients and managing their wealth. So, from the client onboarding to portfolio management and reporting, technology is really streamlining all of those processes. They're making advisors and financial services firms more efficient. They're providing clients with a more personalized experience than ever before. We're also seeing that across various industries, digital transformation is redefining the traditional business models. Think of how you're purchasing a home or buying a car and the digital experience that your clients now have and they've come to expect. My phone even knows the restaurant that my husband and I frequent on Fridays, and it proactively informs me how long it will take me to get there when I get in my car. Similarly, in wealth management, this transformation really involves leveraging technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data analytics to deliver more accurate financial advice and more personalized client experience. So these technologies are really enabling predictive analysis. They're helping advisors and firms foresee market trends and clients' needs more effectively. And one of the key benefits of this digital transformation is the ability to grow and scale efficiently. And one of the ways that this is accomplished is through automation. So, automation is revolutionizing industries by reducing manual workloads and minimizing errors. In the wealth management space, automation tools now can handle anything from the client data entry, compliance checks, portfolio rebalancing, and even the client communication. So, by reducing the time that's spent on these tasks, advisors can focus on strategic planning and client engagement. These are things that are really critical for the stability and growth of their business. An additional way that advisors can do this is through outsourcing tasks such as investment management, their trading and rebalancing, their billing and reporting, which is where a company like mine, Advyzon Investment Management, comes in. And what I consider to be really most beneficial is when advisors can have both. They have the technology and the automation capabilities and tools that enable them to be efficient, stay top of mind for clients, while they also are able to easily leverage services, talent, people that they don't have to hire and train within and do it all within a single technology solution that allows them to be flexible with the needs of their business. So, for example, our parent company, Advyzon, built our digital platform, which is fully integrated into their comprehensive technology solution for financial advisors. Their technology platform includes things such as performance reporting, advisor billing, contact management system, document vaults, a client web portal, a rebalancer, a proposal generation tool, a compliance app. I could go on and on. But they have also fully integrated our investment management and outsourced services. So advisors can use that technology, but they can also sign up with AIM and access our proprietary investment models or any of the over 250 other models from over 45 other third-party strategists that work with our platform. We take on all of the trading and rebalancing of those accounts, and those advisors can even mix in their own models that they've created to really customize it for their client experience. So in addition to that, advisors can use the Advyzon technology to automate and run their billing for their firm, for example. They can submit it and manage it through the process with the custodian that holds their client assets. Or they can choose to assign it over to us, where we run it, we manage that for them, and they don't have to handle any of that process. So with those as examples, while there are situations where it makes sense to add technology to the mix, with each added technologies, there's also additional complexity that's added. So this is just an example where through one technology and without adding that additional complexity, there's the ability to access additional services to further grow and scale a business. So this allows advisors to spend more time with their clients and staff, building, reinforcing the client relationship, doing more important things like financial, estate, tax planning. It's really the things that add value to their client relationships.
Yeah, I know as a person who has a wealth manager who appreciates the services that that trust factor and the time together is so important. And I can see through your description that technology can really play a significant role in building that trust, freeing them up. So, do you have anything else to add there before we move on to the next question?
Yes, clients really expect a seamless digital experience that's both proactive and responsive. In a world increasingly driven by digital interactions, maintaining trust through technology is paramount. The transparency, data security, and personalized communications are really key factors in building and maintaining that trust. So things such as advanced CRM, secure client portals, and real-time reporting are some of the technologies that can help advisors demonstrate their commitment to the client success and security.
Absolutely. And enhancing that client relationship through technology is common. It's a common goal across so many industries, not just the financial services and advisory industry, but wealth management is where your expertise and mind tends to be. So let's expand a little bit more, dig into that technology and the common goal there.
Yeah, so at the core of every successful advisory practice is a strong client relationship, and technology should really be used to enhance and not replace this relationship. In wealth management, digital tools like video conferencing, mobile apps, and personal dashboards allow for this constant and meaningful interaction between the advisor and their client. So these tools really help advisors stay connected with their clients. They provide timely updates and address concerns proactively, thereby deepening client loyalty and satisfaction. So if you think about a technology like Advyzon, advisors have access to tools to help provide a personalized and engaging client experience. So, client portal, for example, provides a centralized hub where clients can access their financial information, they can view reports, and communicate with their advisor. Also, by allowing the integration of their external assets, their advisor can have a comprehensive view of their full financial picture. So, this not only allows them to facilitate better advice, but it also opens up additional opportunities for the advisor to stay top of mind for that client and capture additional share of wallet.
We've talked a lot about the reasons to embrace technology and digital transformation, but could you provide an example of, say, an advisory team that has used AIM, your Advise on Investment Management, to scale and grow?
Yes, so numerous examples of advisors who have successfully used our services and platform to scale and grow. So I like to talk through two examples to show you a couple flavors of how we do this. The first would be a team that use our model marketplace, which we refer to as Nucleus, and this is what we refer to as a breakaway advisor. So this is an advisor that's leaving a wirehouse and going to an independent space where they have previously had access to a ton of third-party managers through the platform that they were using. And typically, if you're not aware of this, when you're moving to the independent space, to be able to keep that business with as many of those third-party strategies and strategists that you're working with, it's a ton of contracting with those managers, paperwork for the clients, multiple accounts being set up, etc. So through our platform, we actually go out and do that contracting. So the advisor has one single contract with us. We also offer UMA, which is Unified Managed Accounts. This allows advisors to have multiple strategies or models from multiple different strategists or money managers out there that are sleeved into a single brokerage account. So it allows these advisors to really consolidate accounts. They reduce paperwork for clients and advisors, but it still allows them to provide that level of customization for their clients. So not only did this allow the advisor to clean up and consolidate some of their business during their transition and ease that amount of paperwork and contracting involved, they're now set up nicely to continue to run a growth-oriented, efficient practice. So we come across that quite often. Another type of deal that we refer to is a platform setup. If you do any internet searches out there, you'll probably come across some press releases on some of the firms that we've worked with on these. And in these situations, we get to work with our parent company, Advyzon, to help firms that support other financial advisors. So some of these firms may be focused on inorganic growth through acquisitions or tucking advisors into their business. Some serve as partners or platform providers to advisory firms, or maybe they're large financial institutions. But this is where we can customize their advisor or Advyzon experience through branding, through white labeling, through custom applications or integrations with third parties that they want to work with. So we can also provide a custom model marketplace where we white label investment management solutions through Advyzon Investment Management. So by building out these platforms, we're able to allow these firms to build their own advisor experience that they want to offer to help other advisory firms build successful and scalable practices. So it's something we really enjoy doing. And those are a couple of the different flavors of types of advisory practices that we've worked with.
Great. So, as we wrap up today, Megan, I'd like to give you the opportunity to provide some of your favorite resources. Number one, for anyone who is an investor or a consumer who's watching this and wondering, well, how do I find a good financial advisor? And then also for advisors who are looking to scale and grow, what resources would you have for that audience?
Yes, so for consumers, the great way to learn about the fiduciary standard and how financials work and get paid would be visiting feeonlynetwork.com. So you can learn about what it means to be a fiduciary, the benefits of working with a fee only advisor. And these advisors are vetted by the major advisor associations and networks in the fee only space. So that's a great one. Also, many people are familiar with the Certified Financial Planning Board. They have the Let's Make a Planning .org website, which is a great one to check out. If you're into podcasts, check out fiduciaryvoices.com. There's some great podcasts on there. For advisors, great resources that can help understanding the digital transformation and how it can benefit you. You have to take a look at Joel Bruckenstein's T3technologyhub.com. All the latest in fintech, and certainly the T3 conference is a big hit and worth attending if you haven't. There are also some great fintech consultants out there, some of which John O'Connell from the Oasis Group, Craig Iskowitz from Ezra Group Consulting, and certainly Michael Kitsis and kitsis.com with different educational resources that are there, such as the Financial Advisor Technology Map that many people are aware of. I think the logos on there for each of the fintech companies keep getting smaller because of all the entrants into the space, but it's a great resource. He's got a tech directory on there as well, and other resources. And then in addition to that, of course, definitely visit Advyzon and AIM websites. So advyzon.com and advyzonim.com, as in investment management, to learn more about what we do and how we do it.
Well, this has been really fabulous, Megan. I appreciate your insights today, and I'm sure that they'll be helpful to many of the City Biz viewers. Thanks again.